We go bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
The music on this flight.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
And the baby is a problem.
The baby's gonna be a problem, but at least the music is. And I have the same flight attendant that got me boozed up on my flight to Italy.
Delta caught a vibe.
Caught a vibe. Here you go in for the ride. All right, enough procrastinating. We got sloth here. We got the coffee. Oh, not that. Anyways. Hello. I am officially back in New York. I hope you guys enjoyed all of the vlogs of me living in Europe. They were very fun to film, and I know at some points I filmed a lot more than other points, but you know, it was because I was just like going through a lot while I was there. I mean, as you guys saw in all of my previous vlogs from my entire trip, I definitely had some ups and downs. It's just been like a little difficult. I have been feeling so on edge. Okay, I want to be with him so bad, but now I'm questioning, like, do I actually want to be with him anymore, or do I just want him to pick me? I don't really have anybody here. I've been a bit of a mess, and I just feel so used. Honestly, right around my birthday is when I started doing just like a lot of reflecting on my whole life. Because by that point, I had spent a ton of time alone in Europe, literally just talking to you guys through my vlog camera. And then before I knew it, I turned 26. And just the combination of entering my, what I consider my late 20s, and just being with my own thoughts all day, it kind of prompted me to just like really deeply reflect on my life and just like what I want out of my life and the expectations versus realities of it. You know, I went into these past 3 months of living abroad just with this like idea that I was gonna be living this like perfect, you know, Mamma Mia, La Vida Loca lifestyle, which some of that is obviously very true. Like, don't get me wrong, I had plenty of fun. But honestly, it turned into be way more of like a time of introspection for me. Introspection just about like who I am, as well as just all the things that I would love to improve on. Because you know, when you're spending that much time alone, it's really hard to not think about those things. One thing in particular that I really reflected on a lot was my relationships, which I think comes as no surprise to any of you that have been keeping up on the vlogs. Honestly, not even just romantically. Obviously romantically, but I reflected a lot on my relationships platonically and my relationships within my family dynamics. Obviously, a really big focus was romantic relationships though. And you know, if you guys have been keeping up with the vlogs, it's obviously no secret that Pumpkin and I split up. And you know what? That breakup definitely triggered me a bit and brought up some unresolved, just like anxious attachment actions, some anxious attachment tendencies that I used to have that I thought I completely rid myself of, but clearly not. And that's perfectly okay, because you know, it's all about what you do to overcome those. And obviously you guys know that I'm a life coach, and I've been working with my life coach for many years now. And in addition to coaching, I am obviously a extremely strong advocate for therapy. And I also really believe that coaching and therapy could be used complementary in order to effectively improve your life for the better. Like, I see clients right now with my coaching career that are still doing therapy as well, and I'm all for it. They complement each other. And so with all that to be said, I decided that 26 was gonna be the year that I would just take a little bit more initiative in my life. You know, kind of fine-tune those missing puzzle pieces in my head and in my heart. And I decided that I was gonna go seek out therapy in order to better understand some of the deeper parts of me. So all that being said, sorry, I definitely rambled a little bit. This video is sponsored by BetterHelp because truthfully, we all need someone sometimes. And BetterHelp is on a mission to make therapy easier and more accessible to everybody. When I started to seek out therapy during this time, BetterHelp couldn't have made the process more seamless. The right therapist is gonna listen to you, ask you questions, and basically provide you with a bit of a toolkit that you could use to navigate your life. You just fill out a quick questionnaire. Mine took me literally 5 minutes. I just did it on my phone. And you'll be matched with a therapist in just a few days. And you could also also switch therapists at no cost if it's not the right fit for you. So make sure that you find somebody that works well for you. You could click the link in my description or go to betterhelp.com/Christina Harris to get 10% off your first month of therapy. And listen guys, my ethos is just give it a go a few times and see if it works for you. There's no strings attached and you could get a deeper understanding of yourself. Transparently, I've been actually working on healing some childhood wounds that contribute to my anxious attachment nowadays in my romantic relationships. And it's been incredibly insightful. And I feel like it's really answering the why for me, which I think is really important to move forward. So yeah, make sure to go check it out. And thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Now, I know you guys are probably wondering what the hell is next in terms of just now I'm like back. Sloth has been like straight chilling with me in a lot of my vlogs recently. Anyways, so I actually got back, I want to say like 3 or 4 weeks ago now. What's today, the 19th? Yeah, so I got back probably like 3.5-ish weeks ago. And I am apartment hunting right now. What I've been doing right now is just subletting in Brooklyn. I haven't vlogged my last 3 weeks because once I got back from Europe, I was like, all right, let's like take a breather, edit all the footage from Europe, and then starting today and just kind of moving on, you'll be able to see kind of vlogs in real time. But yeah, I got back and I've been subletting, kind of just like jumping all over Brooklyn, but I'm currently looking for an apartment. As you guys know, I do my podcast, Gin and Toxic, with my best friend Lily, and I actually don't know if we publicly talked about this yet, so maybe I'm gonna be the one to break the news to you guys. But me and her are actually moving in together, which is kind of crazy because you guys know that I was originally living alone. I lived alone for 2 years. It was fantastic while it lasted, but transparently, New York City rent is so expensive. I was paying like over $4,000 a month for that apartment. And then I went to Europe, and then I don't know, just like after I got out of that, me and Lily kind of had a conversation where we were like, all right, like let's look at our lives or whatever. We were like, it would be really fun to live together at some point. Right now is probably the time to do it, because if we live together for 2 years, then at that point we're gonna want to live alone again or with a significant other, depending on, you know, how that goes. Just not looking likely right now. I digress. But yeah, she was looking to get out of her apartment. I am looking for a apartment, and I could tell you for sure I don't want to be paying $4,000 again. So we decided we were gonna move in together. And we also thought it'd be so much fun, like for the podcast, because we used to have a studio in Chinatown, but then we gave up our studio when I was going to Europe, and we figured that we would just film in our living room at whatever apartment we get. So let's hope that we have like a decent layout in whatever apartment we get, so that way we could, you know, make it all toxic for Gin and Toxic. But it should be really, really fun. So right now we're in the process of the apartment hunt, and hopefully we find something sooner than later, because she's basically like chilling until September 1st when her current lease ends. I don't have a lease right now, and I would like to get one as soon as possible because I've been living out of a suitcase for 8 months. So we'll see how that goes. But the market is not looking too great right now, but it's okay. Head high. So yeah, that's kind of just like the update. I think I also updated you guys in a vlog, like I think it was like the crashing out vlog. Updated you guys in terms of, you know, relationship stuff with Pumpkin that like we hadn't spoken since we broke up, which was like a month and a half ago, but that we did meet up the other day just to exchange each other's stuff, and that's just like whatever. We'll talk about it more at another time. Feels wrong to be talking about that in my childhood bedroom. That's where I currently am. So we'll tackle it another time. But yeah, I'm like trying to think, is there anything else that I could kind of update you guys on at the moment? And I don't think there is. This vlog is just gonna be like a really chill one. As you guys saw at the beginning, it was just me like flying home from Florence, so nothing too thrilling. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna just like end the vlog here. Very short vlog, but you know, it's kind of just like chit-chatty, let's get caught up about everything that happened. So yeah, honestly, I'm gonna go because I gotta go to the bathroom. All right, peace out.